Okay, Yard Fanatics, welcome back to Bermuda Grass Central again. Guys, look, this video is going to be short and simple, like they all are. Hey, this video is about those wash lines that are in your Bermuda lawn. Okay, Yard Fanatics, look, guys, if you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscription button. Ding! That notification bell. Every time BYD uploads a video, you will be notified by YouTube. Guys, this video is about those wash lines. And some of you are asking, what's a wash line, BYD? You making up stuff now. Well, it's a word that I created. Wash lines are when you have that debris, when you mulch your lawn in the fall, or you side discharge, and that grass does not break down and it starts to build up. Good news is, once you get the green up, eventually it'll break down, especially when you add your fertilizer, or even better yet, if you add organics to it. But some people don't like the sight of it, and I want to show you the simplest way to get rid of those things. Now, it's not going to cause too big of a problem, but BYD recommends that you remove them as soon as possible. Okay, Yard Fanatics, look. A lot of you guys, some of you guys have this. And let me explain one thing. When I do these videos, I'm doing videos based on real life experience. All right, this is not that's BYD Junior back there. He's gonna bag up that backyard. But this is not we wait till it get pretty and then we make the video. It doesn't work like that, because the situations that happens, they happen just like this. So that's why I bring you the real, all right? And a lot of you guys are getting this. And what it is when it rains or excess water, all that debris that's in there starts to wash down to a certain area, all right? So then you have a little buildup spots. You see those. And that's why I call them wash lines, all right? And yeah, that's ryegrass that hasn't died, okay? It's not any other type of weed. That's ryegrass right there. All that's ryegrass, all right? We did the treatment with the image on the Poana, and we got good results, man, good results. But this video is not about that. All that is washed. And what I'm gonna do is show you simple ways to get rid of it, or to break it up, so that when it finally does break dormancy, the grass will break evenly and your fertilizer will be able to get down into the soil to reach the roots. All right, so let's get a little closer. Okay, Yard Fanatics, look, I'm close, and you can see it's kind of hard right there. Remember, thatch is when you get over an inch buildup. This is not an inch. You can see that. I mean, I'll put it right there beside it. This is not an inch. It's more or less a quarter of an inch or half an inch. But you can see as I'm kind of moving it, that's the debris breaking down right there. That's why it looks like that. So it has that soil look. So this stuff actually is beneficial. It breaks down, gets into the soil, adds more microbes into the soil once it breaks down. This is one of the main reasons why I said you don't go cut your grass and take, 3 or 4 inches off at one time. When you're bringing that Bermuda grass down from, let me get my fingers right. When you bring it down from 3 inches all the way down to 1, you got to do it in bits, all right? So we're going to take off like 0.5, half an inch every time. Now, one of the greater options is to bag your lawn. I'm just going to be real with you. The excess grass is good. It breaks down. Supposedly, you get 1 extra fertilizing out of it per year. But when you bag your lawn on a continuous basis, you don't have to worry about wash lines as much. I'll put it to you like that. It's gonna break down. You're gonna get some clippings to fall off. But when you totally mulch, and you're doing this in the fall like I did, because I was mulching fall leaves, you're gonna get a buildup of some dead grass, all right? And you need heat for that grass to break down. And if it doesn't break down fast enough, you'll start to get those wash lines. So I'm going to show you a few basic steps, that some of the things you can do to break it up and to get rid of it. Okay, hopefully you can hear me. Most of you guys on the rake, and basically you just take the rake those lines. Loose. All right, and as you can see, we got a little pile right there. Okay, now after I raked it up, you see we got that little pile of grass. Let me pick it up so you can actually see it. See that? So go ahead and put this in one of those recycle bags, or you can use a tarp and you can take it somewhere and get rid of it. All right. Now the other way is really easier. Okay. Requires less effort, and you break it up. Now you don't actually get it up, but you actually break it up. Now the next step, once you do this, you can actually take your mower with the bagger and run over it and bag it up. So this is what I'm talking about by using the mower. And like I said, remember we have this set on the lowest settings, so we'll get that grass up. Now BYD Jr. is going to go ahead, crank it up, and he's going to run. Fanatics. Now you can see where he ran it over and he got that clump of grass up. So, you know, if you want to do it that way, that's a little bit more, how can I say it? I would say somewhat better off, because you're actually raking it up. You're actually, what I call rake aerating the yard. You're not putting holes in it, but you're actually loosening that stuff up. That'll help it break down faster. And you're getting rid of it at the same time. Now, the next one is more or less what pros would do. All right, when I'm a pro and I go to somebody's house, okay, and I'm at a property and they got a lot of that stuff, we actually take a blower and we'll blow it, break it up before we actually cut over, because sometimes it's so matted to the ground, the mower won't pull it up or break it up. All right, so why are my glasses crooked? So we actually use the blower to break it up, and I'll demonstrate that real quick. Okay guys, so I'm gonna walk this and just let you see. You see it, wash lines, wash lines, wash line. And we're about to go ahead and mow this down too, but I'm gonna blow this out like an afro so you guys can see how I make it disappear. Okay, Yard Fanatics. So now you see those wash lines they're gone. All right. Generally, where it's dark at, that's where it was kind of compacted from the water washing. And my yard has a dip in it like that, so when it rains, it kind of washes down that way. So that's all that debris that was building up in certain spots. Now I broke it up. All All right, very vital that we go ahead and get this on out the way before we start getting that green up. Now, I'm not telling you to go out there every week and do this, all right? But when it starts to get excessive, you know, it's a good time to go do it now. Okay, now that I've done it, guys, now I have options. All right, so I can take that bagger, I can run the lawnmower over it with the bagger and bag it up, or I can rake up the debris. If you don't have a bagger with a mower, you can rake it up in a pile and put it in a recycle bag or put it on a tarp. Take it wherever you want to go. And this is going to help you with the green up. Now, having said that, one of the cons of doing it, if you put down a granular pre-emergent and you start blowing your yard like this, you're gonna blow all that granular everywhere. So generally, I would say if you put it down, wait, you know, 30, 45 days until it rains itself in or you water it in, and then you can go ahead and break it down. Excuse me, then you can go ahead and get rid of it. Now, after it's your predominant, that's a little bit different, because generally what you're supposed to do is water that in the same day, or you got up to 14 days to water it in. Once you get it watered in, that stuff is going to go down in the soil. Now, will you disturb the soil? Will you break the berry? Depends on how much penetration you get from the prodiamine. Now, I'm just going to be real with you. I have no way of measuring how far prodiamine goes down, and I'm not going to be one of those guys that sit here and lie to you, talking about, oh, it goes down about 7 to 8 inches into the soil. That crap may only go down 1/10 of an inch, and that's one of the issues with people saying when you run that lawnmower over it, you break the barrier. Yeah, you do break the barrier. In a sense, it still is going to work, but during the fall, I do a lot of bagging up leaves. Not bagging, I do a lot of mulching leaves so I can get that added benefit of nutrients when that stuff starts to break down to my soil. So yeah, in a sense, I am going to break my berry. That's why I have to stay on a serious pre-emergent program. All right. So another con is if you're blowing it and it's real dry, it may get a little dusty. So make sure you got a dust mask on. It's been raining so much here, man. It's about to rain now, to be real with you. Tomorrow, I'm expecting 100% chance of rain. So that's why I'm kind of out here mowing over this lawn to keep this ryegrass at bay. I can't do the treatment I want to try on it. And you guys saw that video. If you hadn't saw the video I'm talking about, click on the card above and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. But I want to try that, but the only way I can try that is it's got to be dry, man. And I can't expect rain for the next couple of days. So guys, listen, I showed you how to get rid of those wash lines, guys. And remember, if you have any questions, make sure you hit me up in the comments, and I'll try to get to you as soon as possible. Some of you guys, I responded to a guy, it was like 4 months ago, but hey, he appreciated that I responded, because I just get so many requests. Sometimes it takes longer, but most of the time I'm walking around with my phone in my hand responding on the fly. Okay guys, so remember one thing, you're tuned into Bermuda Grass Central with BYD. This is Michael Bowman, and I'll talk to you soon.